Racing news recently, but there is another close point race that is flying under the radar. That will be the race in the nationwide series for the Rookie of the Year. The surprise leader right now is none other than Timmy Hill. The story on how he got here is unique, and we learn more about him now in this week's cover story.
As the battle for the Sprint Cup heats up, there is another battle that is just as intense, even though it's not at the top of the headlines. The battle for Rookie of the Year in the NASCAR Nationwide Series is as close as anyone can remember in many years, and has a tremendous amount of human interest attached to it for good measure. Leading the points for the Rookie of the Year is 18-year-old Timmy Hill driving for Rick Ware Racing. Other drivers have been young and in position to win the Rookie of the Year, but they had the luxury of being developed by well-funded teams that could nurture the driver up through the ranks towards the Nationwide Series with the best equipment and training available to their investments.
If you look at the past, I mean, all the big teams that have won Rookie of the Year just in the past 10 years, I mean, it's amazing that a small operation like Rick Ware Racing even has a chance. I mean, these are hard-working guys that work hard all through the week and all through the weekend, and it really pays off, and it shows here. I mean, for this to be happening, it's just a dream come true. I really appreciate all the hard work of Rick Ware Racing because they've just been helping me along ever since.
Timmy Hill hasn't been fortunate in regards to backing from a big money team, but he has been fortunate to be helped along by Rick Ware, a driver who has seen his share of ups and downs in all the series, and a man who could provide a car and the critical knowledge it takes to climb up the ranks. In an unconventional move, Ware teamed Timmy up with another rookie, crew chief Bobby Burrell, and as they learned together, all they've done is meet or exceeded the expectations they had coming into the season.
Bobby's done a great job so far this year, and hopefully we can wrap this title up Rookie of the Year. That'd be a huge goal for us to try to get. He doesn't have to learn another driver, so we've been learning together. If we like something, we say, hey, I like that adjustment there, and we'll go with that. And it's just been a learning curve together, and I think it made it a lot easier for me and him.
Which is pretty good for a driver who up to this year had never driven a car with nearly the horsepower that the Nationwide Series cars possess.
And it's hard for a lot of people to believe. Just last year, I ran my first, stock car over 100 horsepower. I ran it at ARCA Race at Salem in June of last year. So other than that, I ran Legend cars and Allison Legacy, which those are barely cracking 100 horsepower. So I raced on a smaller scale until last year, ran a few ARCA races and a few K&N races. So I guess a lot of people say I'm learning quick, which I can agree with because it's tough to do out here.
It's also pretty good for a driver who wasn't old enough to drive in the Nationwide Series until after the first race of the year at Daytona. In fact, if he were to win the Rookie of the Year, he would be the youngest driver to ever win it in any of the 3 NASCAR Touring Series.
I was born 6 days after the Daytona race for Nationwide, so I was just a tick too late to run the full season. So we missed out on Daytona. We went straight to Phoenix. The day of practice was a Friday before the race. I turned 18, so I was able to go out and have some fun.
And for a guy who had never raced on most of these tracks, he'll learn to drive on these layouts by way of the internet.
I race on iRacing.com, which that's an online simulator to race with, which is pretty neat because they laser grid the track, so the tracks are almost identical, especially for the road courses. We have 3 in the Nationwide Series. And with iRacing, I knew the track before I got to a lot of those tracks, and actually I got my best finish of the year, which was 11th at Road America, because I've never been to any of these tracks, especially on the road courses. So I used all that to my benefit as much as I can.
Win or lose the Rookie of the Year trophy, Timmy Hill and his team have succeeded in a way in which few will ever be able to replicate in any series. As the results have belied the youth and inexperience in his team, he still takes time to dream of what may come in the future, a chance at the Sprint Cup Series.
That's the biggest dream as a racer. A lot of people want to do that in the future. I mean, I'm just waiting for any opportunity. I mean, if it would be tomorrow for tomorrow's race, I'd love to get in it. I'm doing good here nationwide. We're getting plenty of experience, so if I do get the opportunity, I feel like I'll be ready for it.
Well, we are just getting started here on Toyota's Race Week. When we come back, we're going to check in with Brad